I hope everybody's here. We have a lot of attendees joining us. And if someone else is late, they'll join us later. Thank you for being here. I know that we have attendees from all around Europe. And it's Thursday, so thank you for being here, even though maybe it's the end of the week. You may be a little bit tired. I think it will be very interesting what we're going to talk about. So again, I want to remind everybody that on the right, you have the little question mark. There you can ask questions in real time, and my colleagues will be able to answer them. If the answers are too lengthy, we can always have a follow-up session meeting afterwards. So what we're going to talk about today is how to harness the power of high intent advertising, and especially the one on Quora. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Plamy. I am part of the Quora European team, so I'm responsible for the European market. I help advertisers design their tailor-made strategies, unique according to their projects, according to their needs. So I'm going to talk more about Europe in general, what you can, how you should see Quora matching your marketing mix. And of course, again, we can always link up later on after this event. What we're going to talk about today, first, what is high intent advertising and why it is important, how Quora can fit within your marketing mix. In specifics, what we see on Quora in Europe, some metrics and insights from our site, also the power of overlapping conversations. I'm going to tell you more what it actually means and how we do things on Quora so that no audience is missed, how to leverage Quora, so in specific how you can do this targeting, how you can harvest this traffic, how to, and I'm going to show you a more sophisticated strategy, marketing strategy that can be used. Also, we're going to touch a little bit on video marketing as our newest format for advertising. And in the end, some advantages and opportunities that you shouldn't miss according to different threads and metrics that we see. Let's jump into it. First off, what is the high intent marketing? It is the marketing where you can target the audience that is currently looking for solutions. It drives remarkable results because you talk and you reach the audience that is already having their pain and they're looking for a solution. In this case, you can allocate your budget targeting audience that you already know has a problem, already has the need, they already know that they're looking for a solution. And because of that, you can improve your return on investment, having, again, relocating the budget appropriately. Also, you can engage with relevant audience, ones that are already interested in your industry, ones that are already looking for it, so that all the engagement that you're doing can be meaningful. And last thing is stronger brand. You can always harvest it. We can also reach those people that are looking for your brand, that are reading about it, so that you can position better and create a better brand awareness and better loyalty towards your brand. When talking about Quora, first things I want to show you a case study, a success story that we have with one of our clients. Sudoku is a platform where students can share their student materials, their notes, and in this case, they can help each other and enrich each other's knowledge. They came to Quora wanting to create more brand awareness, more top of the funnel approach. And what they did is they created a business profile. They started answering questions. For them, it was important to enrich the audience that they have from particular universities because the materials that students share are university specific. So they focus on that and they started promoting those answers to reach more of the people. Also, another thing that they did is they use desktop, thinking that students are more that would do their current paper research would be more on desktop rather than mobile. In this way, they reached more than 7 million views of their business profile. And during the 6 months that we're taking for the period of their campaign, they managed to, following our recommendations, they managed to increase their CTR 7 times and to reduce 88% their cost per click. So how Quora can actually fix the can fit your marketing mix? The way you should see Quora is something between social and search, because you have different ways to target on Quora. You can target the current intent, so you can target the question answers that people are reading about right now. Currently, someone has a pain. You can directly target this. You can reach this. Also, we're looking Quora as also on the social side because you can also target interests. People can be in different Quora spaces, or they can follow different topics or questions. And because they're interested in those topics, you know that they may be your target audience. So this is a very healthy mix between search and social, between intent and interest that you can use here. What usually our audience does on Quora, they come to evaluate products, to conduct their own research, to make informed purchases. Sometimes our audience may be people that have a problem. They want to read more about a solution of their problem, but they may not in particular know that such solution exists. It gives you a very unique opportunity to position yourself by telling your own story, to create your own narrative. So people come here to do their own research, to educate themselves. A lot of times they may have already spoken to a salesperson of a company, but they want to come and compare, is your product better than a different product? What are the alternatives? So people come on Quora to educate themselves, to make an informed decision. And from what we've seen compared to some other platforms, we see that people here are more purchase driven. As you can see, 30% of Quora users watched a product review video in the last week. Again, it shows the narrative of people coming. They want to make their own research. And again, it's a great opportunity for you to position yourself and to be there, to be able to influence this decision making and to really tell your story. Now, a little insight about Quora in Europe and what we see in terms of trends and results. Almost like 26% of all Quora users are decision makers in their companies. You can see here on the graph different positions, different roles that we see, and this is one of the reasons why Quora has very good results in terms of B2B. It is a channel that definitely should be considered within the marketing mix of B2B companies. Here you can see in terms of income, we see that 1/3 of our audience is with middle or higher income. Here on the graph, you can see some of the incomes for UK, Germany, Ireland, Spain, as some of the biggest countries in terms of traffic that we see on Quora. Again, this is a household income, and this is what we see, what we also take into consideration when thinking that the audience is high quality, high educated, and something for you to consider when deciding what strategy to approach. And almost half of the users have university degree on or higher. In terms of the trends that we see, here you can see for B2B and SaaS, how are the topics trending within the summer period last year. So from April until end of August, as you can see, there is no drop in the traffic. we don't see strong seasonality on Quora, which is very good, that you don't have to miss leads, or you don't have to miss any business just because it's the summer season. Some of the most viewed questions that we see are the ones about content strategy and web development, but of course there are many others, and we're going to see a little bit later in the presentation. Education and content, similar to the case study with Sudoku. A lot of students come here to read, to find their papers. Here you can see medical school or graduate school education. Even though it's the summer, again, we don't see a dropout. Outdoor activities and sports. Here you'll see a little bit of a peak in July. I think it's natural. People want to go out and have fun. And then for home and gardening, again, we see great results. So you can see that there is a big variety of questions and topics. And here you can see the variety. We have B2B and SaaS education, the one that I mentioned. I think one that is very important also to consider is travel. We have here, as you can see, 1.5 million questions, just people talking about different destinations that they want to visit, landmarks, planning their trips. So this is also a great industry to consider. And we see at the bottom right, AI. Whenever something is very trending in any other medias, also we see a peak here on Quora. And here you can see some of the most read subtopics. We can see the average views per month. For B2B and SaaS, the most viewed ones are marketing analytics, data portability. But also on the right, you can see for general knowledge, how many views you see on more generic topics. And interesting, for last year, this is the graph that you can see for last year, from the beginning to the end of the year, the change of the average CPM and CPC that we see on our end. I think it very well represents that it's a very stable channel that is definitely one that needs to be explored more and has a great potential and opportunity. Now, what are overlapping conversations? Whenever a brand is trying to target certain type of audience, they shouldn't be focusing only on one particular type of topic. If you want to target a runner, a person who runs, they're also reading about many other topics, and having the right strategy would allow you to be broad enough and to be able to reach those people without limiting yourself, because within one question, behind every question that there is on Quora, there are multiple topics behind it. And as you can see, a Quora user runner, they can read not only about running, but they can read also about sports, fitness appeal, nutrition, similar topics. And they can also read topics that are not even related to running, like financial climate, current affairs, and so on. So as they're reading about financial climate, they can also read about a fintech company. So here is an example of a fintech company and where they can appear, where they can be mentioned. So the fintech industry has so many different topics that may not be the same, but within one question you can have the same, you can have this multiple topics. Let's say that we're talking about a fintech SaaS company, and someone is asking for an alternative of them. So for sure we have fintech, we have SaaS, we have financial climate. So we have all those topics mentioned within the same question. And whenever you try to approach Quora, you should always think of all those additional topics that are interesting for your target audience. Here I want to give you a very relevant example of Nerdish. Nerdish is a self-educating platform where people can learn more random facts about the world. Naturally, for them, it was very easy to join Quora and to use Quora, as there is a great overlap of the audiences that they see, of people that want to learn random facts and the people that come on Quora asking questions and wanting to learn more. So what they did is they create their business profile and they started asking different questions. Here, having in mind this overlapping topics that we talked about, overlapping conversations, they would answer questions from general knowledge or how to learn more facts, going even more niche into different facts about answering different questions about history or animals or geography and so on, because they don't want to limit themselves only with one particular topic, and they want to expand well enough to reach all potential users. GetSafe, another very good example. This is a German insurance company. They have different types of insurance products, from life insurance, medical insurance to pet insurance. Again, to make sure that they don't miss their audience, instead of them asking, for example, answering a question about what kind of insurance can I purchase for my dog, they would answer questions that are more broad, like which plants are poisonous for your cat. If someone is reading about that, and then for sure they have a cat, then for sure they would want to know that there is the option to insure your cat. So what they would do is, within the answer that they've given, they can also mention you also need an insurance, or if something happens, you need an insurance. But they don't limit themselves. They go broad. They think of all the other pain points that their audience has. So how can you use Quora? I keep mentioning the high intent audience and the different types of topics that they may discuss, but how can you actually do it? So we have 4 main types of targeting: contextual, behavioral, audience, and broad targeting. Contextual targeting is targeting the intent that people have right now. Right now, they're reading question answers. You target this question answer. I would say that almost half of our traffic is coming directly from search engines. So it's third-party traffic. Someone asks a question on a search engine, we're one of the top organic results. People click, they come on Quora, they read the answer, and they may leave. With contextual targeting those topics, the question answers that people are reading about right now, you can harvest this traffic, you can reach those people. With behavioral targeting, you can target the interests. So people that are in different spaces, people that are, maybe they read a question answered 3 days ago. So maybe 3 days ago, I read about how to make a nice presentation like this. And now if I go and I'm reading something else, I can see your ad because you want to help me have a better presentation, for example. Here you can harvest these loyal Quora users, the ones that come to Quora again and again, that we know the quality of their traffic. It is, again, this is more the social part of Quora. Audience targeting, here you can do lookalike and retargeting. With lookalike, if you have your own email list, you can upload them, you can create different types of audiences, and you can do, of course, retargeting of the audience that you see on your end, people that already purchased or haven't purchased yet. And broad targeting is targeting everybody on the platform. Here you trust the algorithm to find the audience that works best for you, and the algorithm to optimize for the results that you're looking for. Broad targeting will help you maximize your potential impressions without you limiting yourself with particular topics that you believe would work better or worse for you. Now, I'm going to give you a few examples just to make sure that we can picture what I said right now. I'm going to mention a few brands that we're working with. What I'm going to show you are not in particular what they're using within their strategy, because they're more mature, they're using more sophisticated strategy already. But I'm going to give you some simple examples of the type of brand and what type of targeting I believe would work according to what I told you before that. So Blinkist is a book summary app. They target people that want to educate themselves with non-fictional content materials. They can read them, they can listen to them. In this case, what I would suggest for them is do contextual targeting. And in particular, if we have a person who is interested, is right now reading question answer about Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, any of those, we're going to show them right now the ad of the book biography of Elon Musk. It is very relevant. They're interested in this right now. They're reading about this right now. They can click, go to Blinkist, and they can quickly listen or read a summary of the book. Next example is Munio. Munio is a B2B SaaS company that helps brands to find the influencers within their followers. So a brand from all their followers that they have, which are the ones that are already influencers, so that they can reach out to them and they can make them ambassadors of their brand. As a B2B SaaS, they're targeting companies and in particular the marketing team of the company. They're targeting marketing directors, brand directors, digital marketing, influence marketing managers. In order to do that, in order to reach those people, they can do behavioral targeting. They can target people that usually have interest in marketing, branding, digital marketing, and so on. For me, for example, if you go to my Quora, the spaces that I'm subscribed to are connected to SEO, digital marketing, performance marketing, digital marketing on different platforms, and so on. So obviously, I would be their target audience, and they can find me and reach me with behavioral targeting. The next company is Nerdish. We mentioned Nerdish a little bit earlier. Nerdish is a company that wants to help people get more general knowledge of the world with different random facts. And in this case, what is their target audience? Are they targeting, let's say, an elderly woman that is looking how to cook something, or a student that is doing their paper research, or maybe they're looking for a marketing director that is currently trying to figure out some of the features in some of the SaaS products that he's using. Either one of those people can be their target audience. In order for them not to limit themselves and lose some of the relevant traffic and audience, they would use broad targeting, and then our algorithm will automatically optimize according to the results that they've said that they want to get. And for all of them, audience targeting, for all of them, retargeting, so that the audience that they have already warmed, to make sure that they'll help them convert and push them more down the funnel. Talking about the funnel, I want to show you at which places in your marketing funnel you can imagine different formats that we have. So I'm going to start with top of the funnel, or awareness. When we're talking about awareness and brand awareness, the two best options are promoted answers and video ads. Promoted answers can be top of the funnel when you're answering more generic questions. When you're answering questions of like the general pain points of your audience, similar to what we saw from with GetSafe, the insurance company. There you can have questions like, what documents do I need to register my dog in Germany, or my cat, which plants are poisonous or not. What they do is they answer questions that are just interesting about their audience. They're not super relevant to their product, but they position themselves better and better as experts in their field. Their brand is seen more and more. Video ads here, you can, when you're running ads on Quora, you can run ads that are optimizing for video views, not for clicks, not for traffic, for video views. In this case, you can show your brand's message, your brand's video up to 1 minute, and you can increase your brand awareness. Middle of the funnel, again, promoted answers and video, image, and text ads. Promoted answers here would be answers that are more relevant to the product itself. So if someone is asking, what is the best alternative of a competitor, or what is the best solution for this, or where can I buy this, then when you're answering, for sure there are people that are looking for the product, they're looking for the solution. Within the answer, you can have multiple links to different call to actions that are relevant to your audience. Video, image, and text ads. Here you can have ads that are optimizing for clicks, for more people to go to the website. They can be with gated content for them to download something, to register. So here you can use all those formats as a middle of the funnel. As bottom of the funnel, we're looking at video, image, and text ads. So if you're using more top of the funnel ads, you can later on retarget with any of the video, image, and text ads. And here you can optimize for conversions. Using the Quora Pixel, you can set up for to have the campaign optimizing for the proper conversions that you're interested in, and directly leading the traffic to the landing page that you desire. Now, I'm going to tell you, paint you the picture of a more sophisticated strategy, having in mind all the things that we mentioned so far. As an example, I'm going to take Amazon Global Selling. So what Amazon Global Selling is, this is a solution for small local businesses that want to do export. They can reach 200 countries using Amazon. The way they do it is they provide them the platform, the advertising, the export, the logistics, everything that they need. So they're targeting small companies, they're targeting maybe even it can be one-person sellers that are currently doing it locally, they want to export. Here, as you can see, some of the questions that they're answering are connected to export, how the credit and how is this useful to export, what are the common challenges to avoid when making during export, and so on. A strategy that I would suggest here is the following. On the first step, target as broad as possible with contextual or behavioral targeting people. What are the pain points of your audience? Again, having in mind the overlapping conversations, we don't want to limit ourselves. We want to be as broad as possible. What is the pain point of a person who is currently in their store? They may have not even thought about exporting. After doing all this, you can show them the relevant answers. So you can promote those questions. It's important that when you're promoting an answer, what a person sees is here what you see in the middle. They see the title and they see the first 1 or 2 sentences of your answer. So the only time when someone would click on the answer to expand it is the time when they're interested in the question or the answer that they see. So you wouldn't have clicks if a person is not interested in this. Also, the promoted answer being the most native format for the platform is the one that brings best results. On average, the click rate that we see is a few times higher compared to video ads or image ads, because the moment someone clicks on the answer, they expand the answer and they start reading. So they continue this rabbit hole of research. They're on Quora to read about something. Next thing, you're suggesting something that's relevant to them, the answer that you gave. If they click, then it counts it as a click. They expand the answer. Then knowing that someone clicked on the ad, obviously they're interested. Then this is a new feature that we launched a couple of months ago. you can retarget them. And only those people that already read those answers, you can show them bottom of the funnel ad. So that the moment they click on it, let's say it's a video ad, the moment they click on the video ad, they can go to the landing page and convert. So you have this warming, you have this positioning of your brand, positioning yourself as experts, educating the audience, and in the end, converting. Why I mentioned video ads out of all formats? Video ads is, from all the 3 formats that I mentioned, more bottom of the funnel, is the newest one. So this is the one that so far we've seen best results with, because it's also the one that not a lot of advertisers have joined yet. So it's a great opportunity for you to use it and really stand out. On average, we see that people watch almost 8 seconds of the video, which is plenty of you to have the initial hook and to be able to show what your product is about, so they can continue reading or directly click on the call to action button and go to the landing page. Now, in terms of some tips and also some success stories, a tip: always start with a hook. Yes, on average they watch 8 seconds, but even the first 5 seconds should be engaging. This is what Nexo mentioned, and here you can see them in the first one. 3 main offerings should be in the first 5 seconds. The next one, define clear objectives. The audience should know what you're selling, what you're offering. In this way, you would reduce the bounce rate that you may get from people coming to your landing page and then they deciding that this is not for them. Very important. And last thing is caption your content. The audience on Core is used to reading. People are on Core to read questions, answers. So they're used to this dynamic of them reading. So don't think that the title and the description of the ad above the video is not important. It is. So you can use it in your advantage. So if you haven't tested video ads yet, this is definitely the format that I would suggest to be the next one for you to try. And talking about different opportunities, we have a lot of advertisers that are doing ads in the States. They may be located in Europe, but also they run ads in the US. Here are some metrics that we see for the States, how Core is performing last year compared to other platforms or other channels. As you can see, even 3 times less than some of the other platforms, which again is a great opportunity for you to diversify a little bit your marketing mix and maybe explore Core a little bit more, move more of the budget into a channel where you can reach this high intent audience. Here are some of the brands that we've seen so far using Quora very happily. We mentioned Amazon earlier, we have TopTal, Shopify, Monday.com, Asana, Netflix, and so on. All those brands are both for B2C, some of them are for B2B. Either one works for Quora because here you don't target the profile of the people, you target their intent, which is a very, very powerful tool. With 400 million unique visits every month, Quora is definitely not a channel to underestimate. And I hope that with everything you've seen, you already can imagine it as how you can explore it even more, how you can expand on Quora even more. And at the end, let's connect. You can reach out to me. You can add me to your network. Also helping me with some of the answers were Marcel and Valeria, who are also part of the European team. After this event, you're going to receive via email a link with recording to the event, and also a link to book directly a meeting with me so that we can discuss a little bit more, because right now what you've seen are some insights and some strategies, but it is different when we can sit together and discuss in more depth something more tailored made and designed especially for your needs. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.